Welcome to our Saudi podcast series. Today, we will cover business viability in a changing environment, leveraging AI and Gen AI for efficiency, embedding sustainability for long-term impact, upskilling employees to remain competitive. My name is Faisal, and I'll be your host today. I'm excited to be joined today by Mr. Faisal AlOmran, the CEO of Saudi Investment Bank, to share his insights on those pivotal topics. His expertise will shed some light on the survey findings and the impact it has on the business in the region. Thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Faisal.
Thank you, Faisal. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Let's begin with a key question to you. If your business today continues with the current path it has today, how long do you think it will be economically viable?
I think it's important to clarify what is the value that we are providing to our clients. Banks provide credit. So credit will always be there. Credit is the engine for economies to grow. So you will always have that need there. So I don't think any technology or changing of the medium of that service, how it's delivered, will change the need for credit. So it will always be there. What would change is the touch points. How do you interact with your clients? And I think that we have seen tremendous growth. So if you look at the banking sector 20 years ago, how did it interact with the clients? 10 years ago, it's much different. And today is different than the last 10 years. Mm-hmm. And for sure, the next 10 years will be also different. However, what's common is that extension of credit was always there. Mm-hmm. The need for investment products were there. The ability to offer a savings program is there. The need for offering advice and financial structuring is there. So I think those will continue, and I don't think they will change. It's just how do we offer those services to our clients, and how do we interact with our clients?
Amazing. This takes me maybe to my next question. Now, technology is undeniably a great force in the transformation that we are seeing today. One area that is gaining a lot of momentum is artificial intelligence. What is your view on AI, Gen AI, and the impact it has on work efficiency and speed of transformation in your business operations?
AI is here to stay and change the operating model. So it's not a hype or a buzzword that is used for 1 or 2 years and then disappears. So let's get that clear. AI will be an integral part of how you shape your operating model. It has great advantages in many areas, especially in the banking sector. Nevertheless, there are areas that will still be driven by people or human skills. Mm-hmm. But to put it in context, AI will make us faster. Mm-hmm. Faster in terms of our decision making. We will be able to make more informed decision making in terms of capacity and in terms of accuracy or quality of those decisions. Mm-hmm. It will help us in identifying trends for our customers that would be otherwise difficult to identify.
Or slower.
Maybe. True. Yeah. Fourth, I think AI will always be there as part of our operating model, especially organization that has very high volume for data processing and transaction, which is basically the financial sector. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So it will be there. It's helping us create more efficiencies, help us be more effective in some of the areas that you want to make decision on. Mm-hmm. However, it should be within a proper framework in terms of its regulatory framework, in terms of the framework that what AI is designed to do. We'll keep pushing the boundaries with AI. However, there are things that can be substituted by human instinct, by human decision making, by human argument, the ability to process data in a more complex, I would say, way that has to do with our ability as humans.
Yes. You mentioned that you will never replace human beings, and hopefully this will never happen that we replace human beings. Do you think in the future your bank will actually start to provide bots to talk to your clients, artificial intelligence bots, giving them services, providing them what they need? Do you think that is possible? Do you see Saudi Investment Bank doing this in the future?
I think if
and other services, of course.
I think if we look at the banking sector globally, in general, these things are taking place today. It just depends on each market has its own, I would say, requirements and how much, I would say, it's of it being a use case in that market.
Yeah.
So I see use cases for AI. I would say much more bigger for us in terms of the ability to process data.
Okay.
So I think that will be there. I think it will help us free up time for our employees to do, I would say, more planning, more strategic
product development,
strategic decisions, rather than spending time on operational, I would say, element. So I think this is where most of the use cases I see them growing in our bank.
Have you started using artificial intelligence in your business?
Yes, we have. We have, especially in processing data in general, understanding customer behavior, understanding credit analysis better, processing some of the operational, I would say, requests that we get.
Right.
And there is another element that would, I think, would be interesting for us, is the ability to understand to help our employees to reduce the read work. So if there's an employee that would need to write up a brief about a client, or an employee that needs to do an analysis on a company, or I think that time is brought down significantly.
Yeah. Technology and innovation are shaping the future, but sustainability is still a critical pillar in our longer term success as human beings, as a planet, and all of that. And as businesses strive to align with the global and regional goals, incorporating sustainability practices is becoming more important than ever. What are you doing about sustainability in Saudi Investment Bank, and how are you incorporating it in your business operations?
Sustainability for us is derived from the overall vision of the Kingdom 2030. And I think our country proudly have taken many initiatives, sustainability and climate in different areas, and we keep seeing the successful achievement that we do. So this is something that keeps us always on the front run and looking at what's next. In the bank, particular, I think everything we do, we want it to be sustainable. And sustainability, we see it is derived from our people. Our people are our assets. So we want to make sure that our assets are always happy, trained, always ready for new challenges. And what you have also mentioned is innovation. Innovation, we look at a sustainable innovation, so that it's not innovation is attached to a specific person in the organization, where that person, if he leaves, innovation will go down, or will stop, or it's attached to a specific work group that we have. If that work group ceases to exist, then innovation stops. We're trying to make it part of our DNA, an integral part. We want to make innovation sustainable, so it becomes part of our day-to-day work. And in the bank, we're happy to have launched innovation center that have produced many, I would say, ideas for us. Some of it have been implemented. Others are still in the pipeline. And it's not only in the product. It's about having a more efficient workforce, having more productive workforce, having more, I would say, happy workforce. So I think these are the areas that we are touching upon in sustainability.
Okay. Are you on sustainability, for example, doing any reporting?
We do reporting, and the bank has, I think, it's the first to do an integrated reporting for on an annual integrated reporting.
Mm-hmm.
And also, we have recently issued our sustainable bond. The coverage was excellent. It has been covered by investors from 22 countries. So we're very happy, and we're happy that how it's received in the market. So this is a step of many that we are taking.
Right. Do your clients talk to you about sustainability? Do they ask you about sustainability? Are you, as a bank, incorporating sustainability in your practices?
True. Actually, clients ask us, and also investors ask us about that. This is something. So this topic is becoming an integral part in our discussions that happens. Any external discussion, even the kingdom as a whole, in terms of regulation, in terms of initiatives, all touch upon sustainability. So I think it's becoming a must for organization to incorporate it into its business.
Right. Let me move into upskilling employees. While technology and sustainability are transforming industries, the true enabler of all of this transformation is our people. Improving our people's skills and providing them with the right skill set is more important than ever before. As a business leader and as a CEO, what are the immediate upskilling measures that you're taking with your employees?
True. I think for us, we have in the Saudi Investment Bank, we have taken an approach that is clear, so that we address our skill set need through a methodological process. So we start from our competitive advantage. What is that we are providing to our clients? What is the value that we're creating to our clients? And then we go backward and we say, what is the required skill set to deliver that value that we promise to our clients? Mm-hmm. Our promised value is that we are fast and we are dynamic. Speed is mostly achieved through technology, through empowering decision making and so forth. However, being dynamic is where I think the most of our training comes in place. In the Saudi Investment Bank, we know that how the future looks like is not clear. But what we know is that the need and the challenges that are coming might not be the same that we had before. So we always try to equip ourselves to become an agile workforce. Mm-hmm. And agility is translated differently in each department. Mm-hmm. Agility in risk management, different than agility in credit underwriting, than in operation. So we take that approach, and then we look at employees' value, our culture value. Our value state, first, we have to be detail-oriented. That means any decision we make should be on a solid basis in terms of our ability to understand the information. Mm-hmm. And I always say this to our colleague, we don't cruise at 40,000 feet not knowing what's happening on the ground. Mm-hmm. So detail-oriented is very important for us. 2, collaboration. For us to become dynamic and flexible, we have to collaborate. We cannot operate in silos. Mm-hmm. So training comes in terms of team building, ability to build bridges, problem solving. All of these are important to increase the collaboration between the different areas in the bank. Mm-hmm. 3, transparency. Transparency in terms of saying what you think, in terms of being clear about your ability, what you're good at, what are the areas that you need development in, mm-hmm. so that we don't start something that we don't have the proper skill set, or we don't have the proper means to deliver what we have promised to our clients. Mm-hmm. So this is how we try to approach our training, is that to go, what do we promise our clients? What does that entail? And what are our skill set that are missing, and then we go ahead and build it. And there are a lot of examples in the bank in terms of building separate programs for each area.
Right. You talked about silos, and you said, that you have training requirements for each of the departments, and you have also soft skills for everybody else.
True.
But at the same time, does an employee in one department understand the business of another department, or I am focused on my own and I interact only when I need with that department or business?
True. We try to build it based on the levels. So for employees that were there early in their careers, where they need to build the skill set that is required in their areas, so most of the time will be dedicated to their areas. But I think once you go up into a middle management, a managerial level, in Saudi Investment Bank, you will need to understand what other departments are doing. And you need actually to build bridges with people so that you can have clear communication. So we do have programs, and those programs are focused on how does the Saudi Investment Bank work. Basically, it touches our DNA. And I'm the product of one of the programs. We had a program that is a fast track. I've been in the bank now for 18 years.
MashaAllah.
And the bank started a fast track program to start build the middle management or upper middle management in the bank. So that program took me about a year and a half, where I have done rotation in more than 10 departments. I've taken courses in different areas, in credit, in investment, in risk management, in compliance. And then you'd have being attached to different committees. So that's one level. And then there's another program that takes you from middle to upper management to executive management. So I think collaboration is important, but it depends on where you are in the organization, so that you are efficiently using your time.
You talked about joining 18 years before. What has changed in the bank, and what has not changed in the bank since you have joined?
I think what have changed is technology. Technology has been tremendous, the change that the bank has implemented. Today, the bank is driven on data, like I would say on a day-to-day basis. All our decisions are based on data, and that was enabled through technology. So I think that's the major change that we have that I have experienced. And what has not changed is the culture. Culture has always been driven is to act like an owner. So you always do the right thing. You always go to the take the extra step or extra mile. You would always help whenever you can, regardless of where that need is, whether in the department or outside. So I think that has always been constant, and this is something that we're happy that it's also known in the market, that our culture is very dynamic and very, I would say, performance-driven.
MashaAllah.
So I think that's what we're proud about in the bank.
Thank you so much, Faisal. It has been a pleasure to have you today and talk about
Same here.
Different topics like technology, sustainability, upskilling of people. And these are all very important and topics that are driving change in our business environment. So thank you so much. And it was a pleasure to have you with us.
Thank you very much. Pleasure. Thank you very much. Thank you.